I've spent years chasing gigs, jockeying for shows, and desperately trying anything to make more money as a DJ. I was tired, burned out, and fed up. And then I discovered what the top earning working DJs actually do differently. And it isn't related to talent, it's a few simple shifts anyone can do. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the overlooked method to boost your DJ income with real examples you can start today, because I want you to make more money. You should. It's my mission to help DJs and musicians get paid what they are worth. Tell me if this sounds familiar. When I was just a wee baby DJ, I got asked to play my first gig in my hometown. And they said, "So, what's your rate?" And I froze. So I did what every lost DJ does. I Googled, how much do DJs charge per hour? And the internet, in all of its wisdom, said somewhere between $100 and $300. And I figured, cool, I'll charge $75 an hour since I'm new at this. So I quoted $150 for the 2-hour set. But when I added it all up, the prep, the load-in, the drive, the setup, the teardown, I had worked over 8 hours. And when all was said and done, I'd made a little more than minimum wage. That's when it hit me. I hadn't just undercharged, I'd undervalued myself. And if you're not making what you should as a DJ, you've probably done the same. So let's fix this with what I call the triangle of money mastery. Triangle. Lavonda Nadi. Let me ask you this. If you only charge for the exact hours you're standing behind the decks, what happens to all the other hours? You know, the time you spend building the crates and organizing your set and loading all the gear, the hours spent driving across town, sweating through setup, playing your heart out, and then tearing it all down, packing it back up and crawling home after 1 a.m. Those hours just disappear, and so does your value. And this is why charging by the hour will always keep you stuck. It ignores the invisible labor, the prep, the passion, and the process. Everything that actually makes the gig work. And worst of all, it teaches people to think they're only playing for the music, not the experience you're creating. And that's why the first side of the triangle is simple but powerful. Stop charging for time, start charging for value. Because when you package what you do as an experience, a transformation, a curated journey, you're no longer just filling a time slot. You're delivering something they can't get from a Spotify playlist. And that's when your rates finally reflect what you're bringing to the table. But most DJs still trip up on the next big problem, even when they do pick a rate that values the art and time they spend. When someone asks what you do you say, "I'm a DJ"? Or do you say, "I turn your party into a night people won't shut up about for years"? Here's the thing, when you lead with, "I play music" or "I DJ weddings," you're just naming a service. You're a transaction, a commodity, one of thousands. But the DJs who are consistently booked and well paid don't talk about what they do. They talk about what their audience feels. The top 5% of working DJs say, "I create moments. I control energy. I'm a vibe curator." They sell the result, the experience, because people don't want a playlist. They want a vibe and an unforgettable moment. And that's the second side of the triangle. Pitch the experience. Stop saying what you do and start saying what they get. At the end of the day, you're not just a DJ, you're a business owner. And what do businesses do? They sell. And selling doesn't have to feel sleazy or gross. It's just an exchange. They want what you create. And it's not just music they want. It's the total package. It's the experience. But here's the catch. Even if you pitch the experience perfectly, it won't matter if you choke when it's time to say your rate. So when someone asks your rate, do you say it clear and confident? Or do you mumble it, toss in a nervous laugh, and hope they don't push back? Because if you don't believe in your number, no one else will either. This is something I work on with my coaching clients all the time, practicing how to say their rate until it feels natural. Coaching rewires their thoughts about what they charge. Think of it like learning how to mix a new genre. It's awkward at first, but it gets easier with practice. And once you can own that number out loud, everything changes. And that's the third side of the triangle, money confidence. You need a price you can say without flinching. No nervous giggle, no fast talking, no rushing to give a discount. You say your rate, you stop talking, let it land. I could do an entire course on money confidence alone, but here's how to start building that confidence today. And yes, it really is this simple. You pick the rate you want to charge, and it should make you feel a little uncomfortable. Then, every day for the next 7 days, say it out loud 25 times while looking in the mirror. Then tell your spouse or partner what you charge. Tell your DJ friends. You're going to tell your mom and your cat. And this works because it starts to rewire your brain and body to normalize that number. You start to drop the flinch and the wobble. You're not hoping they pay it, you're expecting. You're not just practicing a price, you're practicing your worth. Because damn it, you're worth it. Us DJs, we're artists. But knowing your value isn't enough. You've also got to show it. And how do we do that? Well, it's not enough to say you create an experience. These days, you need proof. And I know that some of y'all just clenched up your butts a little when I said that, because it means social media. But don't worry, I'm not about to tell you to become an influencer. If you owned a restaurant, would you just tell people your food is good, or would you show them happy customers? You can totally use social media without selling your soul. I mean, you're already creating incredible moments on your live streams, at shows, in your living room with your cat watching. So here's what to capture. A 10-second crowd reaction. Screenshot of a DM that says, "That mix healed my entire week." A clip of you grinning mid-set like an idiot while the audience dances. Social media is just about showing proof. It's the digital version of word of mouth. And yes, you can absolutely have a successful DJ business with only word of mouth referrals. But why not get more gigs and better gigs just by documenting what you do? Because if you want to get paid like the top DJs, people need to see what it's like to book you. And if the idea of making content makes you cringe, try using the word document rather than content. You're not performing for the camera, you're just capturing what's already happening. Okay, so now you know how to charge for value, not time, how to say your rate without flinching, and how to pitch the experience and show it. And if you want an authentic way to start showing it, go watch this video where I break down how to upload your DJ mixes to YouTube without getting blocked, so people actually see and hear what you do.